Here's redoing the sausage tubes. You have the gun in reverse when you're doing this. Put this back on. Put it into forward. And here we're about at the edge of this panel right here. So the biggest key is to get the SIP sealant on both sides of the plate. And you want to tee off here and put a good bead all the way down the center. Just a nice continuous bead all the way. We're also going to put a nice bead here, teeing that off, and again also on the inside. Here we're going to set in panel number 1. This is an 8x24 panel. Let's go ahead and set it, guys. We're going to get ready to make our first corner, and we're going to use a lot of SIP seal in the joint. We're going to simply make our 2 good beads, and don't do it like that. Connect everything. Put a good bead down here in this little joint. Do the inside plate. Change your cock. Change the SIP seal, I should say. I marked my line. I know I'm at 8 feet, so I knew where to cock to. Always make the T at both ends here. Seal that up. We're ready for our next piece to come in. So notice we have everything glued and ready to go. Can we disconnect that? Okay, then we are going to we'll start. Adam, we'll start the panel. Yep. So the first thing we're going to do to prepare our corner, we're connecting the corner with these long SIP screws with the washer on. We start up about 6 inches. This wall on the other side is 6.5 inches thick. So if I go about 3.25 inches in, I'm dead center. I'm simply going to start the SIP screws and get them in there. And now these are going every 1 foot on center. Here we have an 8-foot wall, so we're going to take 8 of those screws. Now we're going to plumb our corner and make sure that we have everything correct here. So we can see right now that we have to move our other wall out to make it plumb. We're going to get the level and plumb that in. We have a T3 also. too far. Right, whoop, a little more, Don. Right there, hold on. Okay, do we have the level here? Yep. You got it? Are you sure you're right on the column? You good? That's right on. Yep. Okay. So our outside lines here should be really, really close. They should be perfect, actually. Don, if you can come out just a hair, whoop. Now watch it suck that corner in. And you don't want to go too much. I'm trying to draw it tight. But I like to start at the bottom and work my way up, but I needed to get that one pulled tight. Just suck it in, nice and tight. You can see the wall draw together, and the SIP seal is making our gasket. Here we have a corner that right now is really hard to move. That corner will not budge. There's our first corner, and then we are going to put fasteners all the way along the edges, and there we're going to use, since we do not have the air hooked up, we're going to use our little 1.5-inch screws, and we're going to put them in every 6 to 8 inches on center. We're simply just going into that bottom plate. There's a Bosch drill over there. Would you grab that for me? Every 6 to 8 inches. Here, if you're using a staple gun, you could go 3 to 4 inches on center and be all the way done with this already. Or a nail gun is still 6 inches on center. There we go, putting our first corner together. We'll see you on another detail shortly. We're gluing it just like we have been. Both sides. Always down the middle. Then I marked off, we have an 8-foot panel. I already marked off where we're caulking to. That's our line to go to. We're done. Okay, so we are ready now to set this panel into place. slid right into place. Now we'll just take our ratchet strap and we'll pull it tight so we know that we have it 100% tight. Alright, so the biggest thing that we've come to, we're getting to the end of the habitat wall project here. And we are just making sure that we can end on a note where the panel isn't a problem to lift from the top, or right now we know that we can come in from the side. So that's what we're worried about right now, is that we end on a spot that we can end on. So here we're putting more SIP seal on as much as we can to seal up the gasket. And we are ready to lift this panel in. We're going to have to go your way as far as we can. You ready? Ready? And there, we're really close to putting our corner together. Now we're going to put the screws up this end, just like we have done all day. And the last panel is going to be one coming in from the top, and we'll film that for you also.